I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. Guys, this is part of my 5-minute X Rapid quick significant crypto news. Guys, I ran across an amazing article. The SEC makes major decision about ICOs. What does this mean for Ripple, XRP, and the digital asset investors? So basically, guys, shout out to C-Dub. He actually sent me this article right here. Is XRP a security? XRP security status may longer be a big deal. And this is a very, very good article, guys. And then I'm going to go into the FinCEN Ripple Labs for Bank Secrecy Act violations on that scenario right there. And guys, coming up from the SEC, this is massive. That's for sure. Now, this is the article. I will link all these articles in the description, and C-Dub. Huge shout out to C-Dub. SEC makes major decision. Last year, following the ICO frenzy after 2017 Bitcoin bull run, the financial regulators in the United States and Securities Exchange Commission started investigating initial coin offerings and other cryptocurrencies to make sure that they are not securities. Members of the cryptocurrency community, especially the XRP rich list, became worried about XRP security status. This because XRP, although a cryptocurrency, has similarities with a security asset. Any digital asset investor who doesn't want to get in trouble with the SEC must find a way to confirm if XRP is a security or not to avoid serious penalty. Now, this is the thing, guys. Even cryptocurrency exchanges became extra careful. Is XRP a security? XRP security status may longer be a big deal. Now, this is why they're saying this. While many digital asset investors believe that the SEC will punish failed ICOs with jail time and fines, they seem to be letting them off easy, according to the latest report from the Bitcoinist. Rather than jail time, the SEC has ruled that the ICO projects that have violated their policies by offering unregistered securities will have to pay a fine and refund to their investors. Some of the projects that were under investigation got off without paying any fine. So what they're saying is some ICOs that may have been facing jail time or incarceratable offense is just a fine and sometimes no fine. So one of the stakeholders involved in the affected ICO project, Victor from AirFox, said that his project was fined and that they are ready to become compliant with regulation. AirFox was asked to return the money investors paid with interest and asked to pay a fine of about $250,000. Wow. How does this relate to XRP? XRP is a security, questionable. What would the consequences be to Ripple? Jay Clayton, the chairman of the SEC, has said that many ICOs in existence are unregistered security. So basically, guys, I will link this in the description. I'm not going to read it word for word. Now, what they're saying is ICO has violated. They paid a fine, and now they're ready to become compliant. Now, basically, what they're saying is, what if XRP is labeled a security? Well, if it is labeled a security, then Ripple Labs would just have to pay a fine and become compliant, and then everything will be just fine. But as far as I do not believe that XRP is a security. So what they're saying is basically with this information right here, that even if it was, it would be just a fine. The latest decision by the SEC regarding ICOs, attention regarding XRP security, will subside. This is because even if the XRP token is deemed a security, the punishment may not be that serious as we thought. Ripple may be asked to pay a fine and some adjustments to become regulatory compliant. Wow. So this is massive. And this kind of reminds me of this scenario right here, guys. FinCEN fines Ripple Labs for Bank Secrecy Act violations. Now, you may not know it, guys. Back in 2015, Ripple Labs received a hefty fine from FinCEN. The Financial Crimes Unit, FinCEN, has fined Ripple Labs $700,000 for willful violations of the Bank Secrecy Act. Now, guys, this is one of the things that regulation is being worked on. As far as moving money, you got to be compliant with multiple agencies: FinCEN, SEC, CFTC, all the alphabets. Now, basically, what had happened was, guys, Ripple XRP agreed to pay a fine for $450,000 and settle the possible criminal charges in connection with the investigation, with those funds being credited to the fine imposed by FinCEN. Now, basically, guys, what's interesting about this is they got in trouble for sending this XRP to Roger Ver, and I've done a video on that. But the settlement dictate certain amounts to Ripple protocol need to take place to appropriately monitor all future transactions. The company further agreed to biannual compliance audits through 2020. So basically, guys, they paid the fine, they became compliant, now they agreed to audits all the way up into the year 2020, and guess what, guys? Business moves on as usual. And I'll tell you guys, my personal belief is XRP is not a security. My personal belief is that you're going to find Google's invested in Ripple. You're going to find a lot of big names and some of the companies that Ripple's tied to. I truly don't believe that XRP is a security, but hopefully this article right here, guys, puts a lot of people's minds at ease. Thank you, C-Dub. I appreciate that. Guys, the CKJ coin will come down right now. Smash that coin and subscribe to the channel. I do 5-minute X-Rapid videos like this throughout the day when I find significant crypto news. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I respond to all comments. Much love. Mahalo.